We all must draw a line in our lives. This is called a boundary. A boundary, by definition, separates two things. If you are incapable of creating this boundary yourself, it will be drawn for you. And you might not be happy with that. You may suffer because of it. I learned that the hard way. I learned that you're much better off drawing that boundary yourself, drawing that line yourself. And if you can, make it a fine line. Make sure it doesn't go too far on one side or too far on the other side. There are risks to walking a fine line. It's very easy to fall off. There are also advantages to a fine line. You know exactly where it starts and ends. Typically, when we don't draw our own lines, when we don't set our own boundaries, and we allow the world to set them for us, we end up with a broad stroke, a broad line. This line is wide, and you can walk and trip and fall and stumble all your way along it. It might be so wide that you don't know where it starts or ends. You might be willing to put up with who knows what. But is that to your advantage? Most likely not. It's much better to draw a fine line, one that you can walk on and take your time with. It's much easier to protect. It's easier to build up this boundary and fortify it. When you've got a broad line, a lot can get past you. Substances, alcohol, junk food, junk people, everything goes everywhere. There's no separation. There's no order. There's a quote that I really like. It goes, "If you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything." I'll repeat that. If you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything. We must stay true to our convictions. We must stay true to our beliefs. If you truly believe in something, you must set that boundary. You must say, I don't put up with this. This is not allowed. I do not consent. Or else you're susceptible to all sorts of things you might not want. We must be true to ourselves and to our convictions. Stand for something. Protect your boundaries. Protect yourself. And when the time comes, you'll meet someone who falls perfectly in line with your boundaries. Maybe not in all regards, but definitely in some. That's something to look forward to.